negative. I tell you, this stuff.
All right, Shalom.
Not
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to our elders and our apostles of Great Millstone who teach, who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. All right, the brothers from the GMS Bay Area camp, and we come out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as America. All right, which is biblically known as the virgin daughter of Babylon, which ought to be destroyed. All right, because the Lord, He has it out for this place, man. And that's why you seeing people falling upon hard times. All right, the economy is breaking down. All right, you know, people is being more and more sickly, drugs, you know, heroin addict, more and more homeless. All right, people are losing their jobs. This is all because we're in the end times, man. And Yahweh Shema Shai, who the world ignorantly called God and Jesus, all right, has it out to destroy this place. And the Lord is doing it systematically. You want to get that 2nd Ezra 15?
Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, starting from the top. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yep, so the Lord commanded His servants, which are Israelites, all right, to speak thou the words of prophecy. You know, the word which prophecy means to say before, all right? And all the things that we're saying is happening before, you know, all the things that we're saying is going to happen before it happens, you know? I mean, we're going to say it before it happens. You know? And Bob Kashani,
It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
So we're not speaking our words, we're speaking according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay? Because the Lord opened our mind to get the understanding of the scriptures, man. All right, which the scriptures, you know, has the words of prophecy. It has the deep mysteries that the world can't get. All right, but the men of the Lord has the true understanding. That's why we're able to break down and measure the times according to the scriptures, you know?
It says, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Yep, so these words are faithful and true, man. All right? So they're going to happen, man. And as we're preaching it, we're seeing these things come to life, man. All right, we're seeing how things is leading to the famine. All right, things is leading to the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, these things are being played out, and we're telling you about it through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, we're reading about these things.
Yes, it's verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Yep.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Yep, so don't fear, because 2/3 of Israel is allotted not to be able to get this truth. Okay? And when you bring out the words of prophecy, which comes with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, these people, they hate the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, because they don't want to get right, man. All right, they want to be comfortable in Babylon the Great. In America, when this place was set up to be your prison, man. All right? Because you got our people out there trying to fight for equality, you know, marching for equal rights. All right? But Esau, you know, that's the devil. He's your enemy. You're asking the devil, you know, to treat you justly, man. All right? And that's not going to happen, because the Lord set up Esau and set up America to be a place of your captivity as a punishment, man. All right? And the sooner you know that, the sooner, you know, you realize that you got to come back to the one that put you in punishment, which is Yahweh Shema Shai.
Romans 13:11 says, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Yep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Yep, it's high time to wake up out of sleep. All these things that are going on in the earth, you know, people are starting to ask questions, man. All right, like, what's going on, you know? But the truth is with the men of the Lord, man. All right, which the rest of the world are not going to be able to get. All right, but the rest of the 1/3 are going to be able to hear the word and wake up, you know, because that time is near. Pertaining to Matthew the 24th chapter. Could you get that? Matthew 24:14. This gospel shall be preached in all the world. Then shall the income.
I got a quick precept for you. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
And that's what we're telling our people, to arise and depart. You know, our people, they want to build a foundation you know, in a place that's not even theirs, man. All right, this is Esau's kingdom. All right, you're supposed to want to depart from this place. All right, this is not our rest. All right, that's why our peoples continue getting killed in the streets. All right, our people's continually, you know, being done dirty, man. All right, what is it? The last one hired and the first one fired. There's a glass ceiling to where you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American can be successful in this place. All right, you can.
Yeah, if I can say this, that's what our people are fighting for. You know, a certain status, you know, in this kingdom. When the scripture specifically says, rise out of this kingdom, you know, spiritually, depart from it, you know, because we're never going to be equal. And Esau, you know, that's not what we're trying to do, because Esau's really below us, you know. He's not on our level.
It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction.
So this place is polluted, man. Everything about this place, Yahweh Shema Shai hates, man. So if you're conformed to the ways of this world, then you become polluted. And therefore you're going to be destroyed when the Lord destroys this place. Because it's inevitable that the Lord is going to destroy this place. Look what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right? And then this place, they're pushing the LGBTQ, man. Pushing that hard, man. All right? That's abominable in the sight of the Lord, man. All right? So if you conform with this place, you're conformed with all the wickedness that goes on in it, man.
Yeah, I got a quick precept for you. It's Jude, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Yep. And you look at the ancient Babylon, the ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, the same wicked things that was going on back there is happening in America, man. All right, and America's pushing that vibration throughout the earth, man. All right.
Yeah,
so
that was meant to be a memorial, you know, to let us know what happens to a nation that is set up upon wickedness and, you know, doesn't go back on their ways, doesn't return to the Lord, you know. And that's exactly what's happened to America. You know, America, the scripture says we would have healed Babylon, but Babylon can't be healed, you know.
America's going to suffer that same judgment as Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Because Sodom and Gomorrah, it was rained upon with fire and brimstone, you know, from the heavens. But now the Lord, he set up the waster to destroy that nuclear missile, and these nations are aiming their missiles at America. These nations are waging war against America to shoot their missiles, man. Because that's the ultimate judgment. You know, the Lord set forth Sodom and Gomorrah as an example, but America didn't take heed, so now America's going to be destroyed in like manner.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, and this gospel, I'll start up a little bit. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yep.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yep. It says, he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And that's going into those that are written into the book of life, or those that are written to be delivered from this hellhole. You know, and that's the reason why we're out here preaching to wake up the elect, those that of the Israelites, to come back to Yahweh Shema Shai, to receive salvation, to receive the mercy, because the Lord has it out for this place, man. All right, but only the elect is going to be able to endure unto the end, man. All right, could you read that last part, Papa Sean? And this gospel shall be preached, you know. So once this gospel is done, once the Lord said, all right, that's enough. All right, the Lord is going to take his prophets from the highways and hedges. All right, take this truth off the internet. You know, once that happens, then that's when the destruction comes.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yep. So this gospel's been preached. You got all these celebrities that know about the truth. All right, you got Common. All right, all these different celebrities, you know, that know about the Israelites, that know the truth, man. All right, and let alone everybody else, because everybody has access to the internet, you know. So now that this word has gone throughout the four corners of the earth, now we're seeing the end, you know, progress, man. All right, we're swiftly coming to the end, man. All right, that's why, you know, Esau, you know, he's shutting down the country. He's moving forward with his New World Order agenda, man. And that's the hand of the Lord pushing Esau to speed it up, because the elect is probably already sealed, man.
precept. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea.
And ultimately, that wind represents ultimately that nuclear destruction, that nuclear wind. So the angels, they're holding back World War III and the destruction until the elect be sealed, you know? And that's why we're out here to preach this word, so the elect can hear it and get built up in the spirit to be ready for that day, man, that evil day.
It says, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Yep. So that destruction is not going to, be in full effect until the elect is sealed, man. All right.
Quick precept. This is Romans 11 and verse 7. It says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
So the rest of Israel is going to be blinded, man. All right. They're going to go on, all right, believing in Esau's system, trying to fight for equality. All right, and they're going to be destroyed, man. They're going to continue to be, their mind is going to continue to be towards this kingdom, man, towards their own belly, instead of turning back to who they truly are, which are Yasha'Allah, the Prince of the Power, man. All right, but really it's because the Lord blocked their mind. When you go deeper into it, man, all right, the Lord blocked their mind so they won't get the truth, because according to prophecy, 2/3 have to be destroyed, man.
In the margin, there's another word that says hardened. You know, so just like the time when the Lord hardened the heart of the Pharaoh, you know, He's hardened the minds of our people. You know, the 2/3. You know, they're not gonna get it.
Because they hear the word, but yet they don't want to change their ways, man. They don't want to. They tell you that in Ezekiel 33. Yep. And then when you start up, it says that their heart is far from me, you know? Because our people, they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You know, our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, they're more spiritual than the rest of the nations, but not according to knowledge, you know? So you hear Jake talking about, oh, I believe in God, you know, but their heart is far from the Most High, because they don't know the Lord according to knowledge, man. All right? That's why, you know, they break the laws, then they go into the church, and they think that, you know, they can just repent for that one time, and then they can go back and keep doing the same thing over. They don't know the Lord's true name. You know, they don't know, you know, that they're Israelites, you know. But here we are, we're here to tell them, but then they don't want to listen, man.
This Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Yep, and that's the majority of our people, man. All right? If you walk by a camp, then you already condemned, all right? And you got a lot of Jakes that watch the videos, you know, but they don't take no action, man. They still lining their beards up. They still smoking weed. They're not trying to correct their actions, man. All right. When you hear this word, it's supposed to refine you. All right. It's supposed to make you change your ways. But you know, Jake, they hear the word and they disregard it, man. They disregard the words, you know, of life, the words that leadeth unto salvation, man. All right. You got it, right?
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Yeah, because our people say, oh, they believe in God, you know. Every time, you know, something bad happened, all of a sudden they want to pray, you know. But, you know, through the majority of their life, their mind is not serving the Lord. Their mind is not following the laws to the best of their abilities, you know. So, you got it, right?
It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument.
Yep. and that happens when a lot of jakes, they hear the word, but then they don't do it, man. Or a lot of jakes out there, they just like to listen to the word for entertainment, man. Like a lot of jakes on Instagram, you know, they hear the word, you know, for 2 or 3 years, but they haven't made an effort to go out on the highways and hedges to start teaching. You know, they just listen to it for entertainment, man.
For the sweet part of it, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, they're just looking for controversy.
Yeah.
Just like you got certain Israelite groups who be making those titles, you know, a black woman get cursed out, or Esau bows down and kisses the boots of the prophets,
Yeah.
things like that, you know. And Jake is into that, to the controversial parts of it. When you go into to breakdowns like what's the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, Jake ain't clicking on that. Jake ain't watching those videos. You know, and when the prophets was put up, we was doing shows from East Shelter in Place. Jake was asking when we was gonna come back out. All right, now here it is. We've been back out, man, through the spirit of Pavia Hawashim for about 6 weeks now. All right, and Jake ain't coming out here. You know, because Jake is full of shit, man. You know, Jake is all about lip service, man. Got a quick precept. This is James 1:22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only."
Yep. So we got to be doers of the word, meaning to put the things that we read about and that we learn about, you know, through the teachers. We supposed to put these in actions in our everyday life, man.
Apply.
Yeah, we supposed to apply the scriptures, you know. And the majority of our people, they don't do that, man. Especially Jake that know about the truth and they listen, you know, but then they're not applying it. They're not doing what the Lord told them to do, man. They don't go out on the highways and hedges, all right? They might still be smoking weed, all right? Because this truth has gone out through the four corners of the world. A lot of people know about the truth, man, all right? And a lot of people know about the truth and scoff at the truth, man, but they listen to it for entertainment.
It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves."
Yep. So if you listening to the word and you're not doing it, you're just deceiving your own self, man.
It said, verse 23, "For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass."
Yep. So you listen to the word, you know you're an Israelite, but then you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do in the spirit. You're not learning, you know, you're not taking it to heart. You're just taking it lightly. You know, you just know you're an Israelite. You got t-shirts on, you got fringes on your t-shirt, you know, but then you're not doing any of the things that the Lord commanded you to do, man.
Or you're still calling yourself black.
Yeah, you still calling yourself black, you know. And here it is, all this edification is coming out through this, starting off with the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, but our people just hard-headed, man. You know, they still want to follow after their own lusts, you know, instead of working towards building themselves up, man, and making sacrifices for the Lord, man. So they're going to get caught up in the destruction. You got another precept?
I got a precept for you. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock."
Yep, so whoever listens to the word and take heed, you know, and come back to Yahweh Shema Shai and go through that refining process, you know, the Lord is going to build you up. He's going to fortify your mind for the times to come, man. You know? So when all hell breaks loose, oh, you got it. It goes into it.
It says, "And the rain descendeth, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock."
Yep, and that rain and that flood represents all the adversity that's going to befall America in the near future, which 2/3 of our people are not going to be built up for that day, man. Because they didn't hearken to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. But those that do hearken, you know, that believe and they're building their foundation, you know, their faith is increasing. The Lord is going to make you able to endure all the hardships that's going to befall this place, man. All right?
The foundation, that rock, is Yahweh Shai.
Yep. And Yahweh Shai, that's that sure foundation, like the brothers just said.
That's the stability of thy times.
Yep.
It says, "And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand."
Yep, so 2/3 of our people that think that this truth is fun and games, you know, they want to use this truth, you know, to try to get women to, you know, go on cruises, you know, for filthy lucracy or whatever it may be. When that time comes, they're not going to be stable during that time, you know. And when our RFID chip be administered, they're not going to know what to do, man. But the elect, the scriptures tell you that, I believe it's in Revelations 3 and 13, if I'm not mistaken, where it says, I shall keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the elect, their faith is gonna be built up in that day, and they're gonna be kept from the RFID chip. They're gonna fully put their faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, which is the foundation.
It says, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
Yep. So 2/3, when the Gerber troops come in, kick down your door, when famine hit, 2/3 of Israel, they don't have that foundation, which is Yahweh Shai. So when that time comes, their faith is not gonna be in Yahweh Shai. So they ain't gonna have no hope, man. All right. They just gonna get caught up in the wind and the destruction.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So the Lord is gonna keep his elect from the hour of temptation, man. Which that hour of temptation is when Esau is gonna roll out the RFID chip. Because that's why Esau, he has this pandemic with the coronavirus. All right, he wants to separate everybody and make them, be on lockdown. Because Esau, he wants to set up everything to get ready for when he rolls out the chip, man. All right, while everybody is being quarantined, Esau, he's pushing out more and more, cashless technology. All right, the economy is about to crash. So Esau, he's about to push the chip. But the elect, foresee that, man, because they take heed to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. 2/3, they're not worried about, things like that. They worried about, folly, man. All right, they worried about like the sweet side, They're not worried about the bitter, man, that they got to go through, man. All right.
It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
So we have to hold fast to the truth, man. All right. Which that crown, hold fast is representing hold fast to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. That's how you hold on to your crown, because the elect is going to be crowned, the 144,000, man. Those that endure to the end, they're going to receive that crown in everlasting salvation, man, for standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh Shema Shai.
He that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from the Most High, and I will write upon him my new name.
Yep, so the elect, they're going to receive, rulership with Yahweh Shai, man. The elect, they're going to be the first ones to get those new bodies, to where we ain't going to have no aches, we're never going to die. We're never going to be sick, and most importantly, the laws and statutes is going to be written in our inward parts. So we're going to be continuously righteous, man. The Lord is not going to have no reason, to destroy us, But the Lord is starting off with the elect first.
We can go back to 2nd Ezra 15.
Yeah, you can go back to 2nd Ezra.
This is back in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and verse 4. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness."
Yep, and that's 2/3 of our people. They don't have the faith of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So when that time comes, who are they going to lean on to? They going to call upon Jesus. They going to call upon these other gods. But the Lord ain't going to hear them, man. All right? Because those are nothing but idols, But Yahweh Shema Shai created the heavens and the earth. Yahweh Shema Shai is the one that's bringing the destruction. So he's able to keep us from it, man. All right? As long as we put our faith in the Lord. But 2/3, they not going to put their faith in the Lord.
Verse 5, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled."
Could you read that again, Bob?
Yeah, verse 5, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
So that's what we're entering into. The Lord sending these plagues, man. The sword, which is Esau, coming down with his Gerber troops. Different riots is going to be popping off. All right, it's going to be a lot of death going on. People's going to have civil wars, man. All right, that's the sword. What was the next one? Famine. So the Lord is going to stop the food trucks from coming in. All right, because once America collapsed, the food trucks are going to stop coming in. People's not going to be working in the agricultural fields. All right, the grocery stores is going to shut down.
Who's working
People's
in
gonna start
agricultural fields? Latinos and black people.
Yup.
Ain't no white people in agriculture. Sacramento, you go all
Yup.
where they grow fucking cherries and shit. Who's bending backwards?
The Israelites.
All day.
The Israelites, the people that's on this
Ain't
side.
no white dude out there.
Yeah, because Esau, he's
But
the
they're
one.
the first
really-
ones that complain.
Yep. Because Esau, he's the devil, man. That's all, he's the devil. He's the one that got our people in captivity, man. Because if you see yourself on this 12
We forget about slavery. I was raped from here. I was taken here from Bolivia. I was forced by a chain,
Damn.
brought here. I was sold in Miami.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey,
I
man.
was,
You
I was a
Israelite,
fucking
man.
4-year-old kid, sold.
Hey, let's
Part of the
keep going.
curses.
Yeah, that's part of the curses, man.
I ended up here in San Francisco.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's part of the curses.
Bring out Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah. Let them know what. This is the reason why the Lord put us through these things, because we transgress as a people. We're the Lord's chosen people. If you see yourself on a sign, on this 12 tribe sign right here, that's what tribe you are. You say you was from Guatemala,
Bolivia.
Bolivia, Slovakia.
That's right.
You're from the tribe of
My
Asher.
mom used me as a drug runner from Miami in the 80s.
Hey, man.
Because I was a kid, I was a baby, so I could bring like packets and stuff because they didn't check me.
See, hey, that's a part of the curse,
And
man.
she got
people,
killed.
See, hey, our people, we're supposed to be living in peace and paradise, but that's because
We're humans.
we're not following the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, so the Lord brought the curses on us. You can bring that out in Deuteronomy 28. This is the reason why. This,
Go ahead.
you can bring it out.
This is Deuteronomy.
My mom was a drug addict. She died of AIDS and she killed herself.
Yeah.
So my dad took care of me for a few years.
We're going to bring out why these things is happening to our people, because our people got many different stories, sad stories, man.
This is Deuteronomy 28.
I'm not here to make no one cry, man.
Deuteronomy 28, and I'll start at verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's what happened to our people, man. Our people transgressed the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai in the ancient world, so now the Lord has placed us upon the curses upon us. And now here we are, we're in America. The reason why we're in America in the first place is because we transgressed our power, which is Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So the Lord placed curses upon us, man.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Yep.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Which the fruit of our body represents our children, you know? So our children has went into slavery, you know? Many generations of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans went into slavery because we transgressed, man. All right, so the Lord brought these things upon us. If you look into the history, all the people you see on the 12 tribe sign all got conquered by the same people, by the Edomites, you know? That's because the Lord put the same curses upon us, man. You got it.
It says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Yep.
Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in,
Yep.
and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out.
Yep, so the Lord put curses on us. Cursed thou shalt thou be when thou comest in and when thou goest out. So that's many generations, you know, of catching hell, man. All right, the Lord sending our enemies above us. All right, mainly Esau, Edom. All right, the Lord, you
And
know,
people walk by and they don't even realize that they need help.
yeah.
They don't realize that. Open up your eyes, man.
Hey, but the Lord got our
God
people
brought
sick,
you
man.
here.
Yep,
And God can take you out of here.
yep. That's
They don't realize
that's
they walk around, oh, fuck these motherfuckers, they're in my way.
Yep.
Dumb motherfucker.
And our people don't realize. Could you go down to the part where it says, "And no man shall buy you"? Because you know our people, they want to find different ways
No
to
one
try
believes.
to try to
Right now,
establish their own
everyone wants
righteousness.
that check from Trump.
But really, they
want that check,
gotta serve Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord is gonna bring us out of it. The scriptures say, "No man can save you, man."
All right, I'm sorry.
This
man.
is jumping down to verse 68. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And that's talking about the modern day Egypt. You know, because if you look into the land of Israel is right next to Egypt. All right, the Lord, this is talking about the modern day Egypt. The Lord brought us over here in slave ships to the modern day modern day Egypt, which is America, man. It says the word Egypt is not Khazarian, it means double straits. All right, just the difficulty, man. That's what we is over here. We in straits.
God bless you guys. God
The
bless you.
worst captivity we've ever seen, we've ever been in, man. It's right here in America, Babylon the Great. You know, spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt.
It says, "Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you."
Yep, and that actually happened in slavery. You know, where what was it? Was the head tribe of Edom? All right, the so-called Jew Amalek. All right, they had a hand in the Atlantic slave trade where they carted off our people, divided us. All right, separated the families and put them on boats, man. All right, enslaved them. I mean, and sold them as slaves, as commodities, man.
And they owned the boats.
Yep. And Israel got scattered, you know. But the majority of Israelites came over here to America, man. All right, and we have to serve out our hardcore servitude.
Majority went to Brazil, South America.
So like,
A little bit that came up to America. The majority of the ones that came here, or that was here, was a result of breeding. Majority of the got taken to South America though.
and then I believe that the tribe of Gad was over here too already. And then when Esau, you know, established the 13 colonies, you know, he pretty much, you know, went to war with Gad, man, and you know, killed a lot of Gadites off, man. So our people, we all have that common enemy, which is Esau, man.
Oh yeah, and brother Esau, he took the Gadites and different land tribes and sent them back over to Europe.
Yep.
You got a lot of Jakes over there in Europe, mingle amongst the Europeans that are really actually Jakes.
And when Columbus came, he packed a ship full of slaves, man. Packed them and sent them over to Europe and sold them into slavery.
Yep.
So for all you Negro-only Israelites, there you go. You had tribes. Oh, but the tribes that were black though too, right? Back then, there was no such thing as a black, right? We were all Israelites. We were dark-skinned people, man. Dark-skinned people. Some had longer hair, some had straighter hair, some had curlier hair, some had wider noses, some had slender noses.
I think it was.
All right, the Lord is switching it up, man. Not everyone, like the apostles always say, not every Israelite's gonna look like John Shaft, right?
Well, I guess a speckled bird.
Exactly, con. So most there's a thing called genetic variation, all right? Well, look, there's a thing called biodiversity. Okay, if everything was the same, the world would be boring as hell, man. It would suck. Nobody would enjoy it. Or the Heavenly Father created it like this. And so when Columbus came, what did he do, man? He said, well, we could sell these people as slaves. And what was happening? Gad was going over to Europe, just dropping dead disease, man. They weren't strong enough. So they went and got so-called blacks, okay, so-called Negro, West Indians, and Haitians. You brought Judah, Benjamin, Levi, you brought them over here from West Africa. And the majority of them went where? People think here, but really South America. Okay, that was the main grounding point, South America and Brazil. When you go down to South America, you see how different Jake looks from up over here. Right? Because over here, over there,